What up, y'all? It is the beginning of day 2 in my journey to Guam. I'm gonna be doing a voiceover of a bunch of clips for day 2. I've got a couple days racked up right now of experience, my grind through Pre-Searing Ascalon, and wanted to make sure I've got some commentary on these because some of these I'm just playing like off camera. My hopes are in the future to play most of this on camera and do live commentary slash stream on Twitch and things like that. But just got backed up in the early stages of the progression and wanted to make sure that I don't leave anything out as I continue on this path. So here I am in the catacombs working towards getting skeletal limbs. You can see get skeletal limbs drops there. And this is a good path leading out of Ashford Abbey. What we're doing is we're racking up these skeletal limbs to get gifts of the huntsman. So you can get 5 gifts per day, and it's important that you stay on top of getting these gifts so that way you can get Sweet Tooth and Drunkard and Party Animal title points. It's one of the few ways to get points unless there's like a holiday event going on. And so I think every day that I play and every day that I'm grinding to get to Legendary Defender of Ascalon, I'm gonna be doing Gifts of the Huntsman as well every day. So these collectible drops are going to be important. If you look in the inventory right now, you can see a lot of the different collectibles, bay tusks, spider legs, unnatural seeds, all those things. So I'm going to be staying on top of that. I get a vial of dye here. I love getting dye drops. They're pretty rare and they're just great to see. The objective is obviously getting black and white dyes. Those are most prestigious, but any dye drop feels good. And I'm gonna be picking up all the dye drops. Something big happens here. Look at this. Back-to-back vials of dye here, purple, back-to-back purple dyes. If you look at the chat log, I'm freaking out in real life here. This is the recording, obviously, but if you look at the drop log, vial of dye purple, spider leg, vial of dye purple, almost back-to-back. That's pretty rare. And I realize I've got 4 purple dyes, and so I'm starting to scope it out. I'm like, wait a second, is this a sign? I've got 4 purples. And you got the 4 main pieces: legs, boots, gloves, and top. And I'm like, all right, you know what? We're going for it. We're going full purple, first set of armor. This is gonna be the purple set until I'm probably out of pre-searing and I'm able to get to armor collectors. So I'm like, damn, dude, looking fresh, full purple set in the catacombs. It's fate, back-to-back purple dyes. Lou the Druid is rocking the perp. Finishing off the skeletal limb run here with Skull Reaver. He's one of the few bosses in pre-searing. You can see he's kind of got that orange tint. He's a warrior boss. You can't skill cap on anybody in pre-searing or anything like that, but it's just cool little thing they keep like in pre-searing where there's a couple different bosses. They're pretty rare here in pre-searing. So going to get my Gifts of the Hunt. You're gonna see me do this quite a bit in the future, but daily as I do these grinds, scale brew colors and river scales. They drop scale fins, obviously, and that's a collectible item. And so you get these groupings like 5 to 10 scale fins, and it's easy to bunch them up. This is Nicholas Sanford, or Nicholas the Traveler here, getting 25 collectibles given in here for 5 more Gifts of the Huntsman. Gonna love to watch that number grow as I grind every day and get another 5 each day. Hoping to get that stack up pretty high before I actually open it and start utilizing the Sweet Tooth points and the Drunkard points and the Party Animal points. So I gotta get to 10,000 of each of those in the title lines to get the max titles. It's going to take quite a bit. Heading out on my char run. This is the Northlands, and I'm level 7 here. And so if you've been in here before, you know that the Northlands is the high-end content for the game. This is my first group of char. Got 4 char here. I've got the imp summoned, and my pet dies, and the imp dies, and I am able to clear the whole first group, but my imp is down now. And without my imp, it's gonna be like super difficult to clear char groups. And so I can't have him go down. He's a necessary team component to this. So I gotta respawn. I'm like, yeah, there's no way we're gonna progress into char groups without that. And it's a 10-minute respawn timer. You can't summon for another 10 minutes. So just back to O-Carts. O-Carts level 5, they're super easy to kill. They still give some decent experience for level 7. You've got these Grawl here that are level 3. Not much experience at all. Yeah, getting 64 experience for O-Carts right now at level 7, which is great. And then I run over here. I don't know if a lot of people know about this, but you do the Ben Wolfson quest to pick up this little feller. Level 5 Ranger. He's all right. He's a teammate. It's better than nothing. And the hope is to pull him along through these char groups to help me actually be able to safely clear these, because at this level it's difficult. A lot of deaths at this level. I almost die here. Old Ben is not really pulling much weight. But you can see when he does hit, he's hitting like 30s, so he's definitely valuable. You can just not complete this quest and then come and get him like through these early stages. It's worth it. Once you get higher level, it's not really worth it to come get him. But when you're early level and you're trying to like bridge the gap between like level 1s and level 2s and then coming into the Northlands and actually killing char, it's great to have him around. So you go back to that northwest corner, pick him up, and then bring him around to your char groups. He dies before I get here, and so I'm like, all right, gonna continue on with my amp here and hope to be able to wear down some of these groups. The key with a lot of these, surviving some of these groups in the early stages of the game, is spreading out the damage. So you can see like my pet is almost dead here. Which is perfect. Like you want the majority of the damage to be on your pet, and then the next second lot of damage should be on your imp, as the imp has a pretty strong healing skills, where if anyone gets focused too directly, then they're gonna die, and it weakens your ability to get through a group. I send the pet in, forget to pull the pet back, so I end up aggroing the second. There's a little group of 2 char blade warriors there, and we're screwed here. Pet dies like almost instantly. 6 is too big of a group at this level. I'm level 8 now. Imp gets smoked. Get 100 experience per char, and then get my first Axe Fiend armor. You can see it's blue there. Those are big drops, especially in pre-searing. And since I'm doing this Iron Man as well, getting any runes. So identifying unidentified armor pieces will get me runes, and that's gonna be massive for the account. I'm just trying to survive here. Dodging out char attacks. Any rune unlocks are going to be massive for the account. It unlocks runes for PvP accounts, which means any runes I find and identify will be unlocked for PvP accounts. I can use those for free. And PvP, I think, will have a small role in this. Maybe Zacian bounties for like gold coins and potentially PvP titles. We'll see. PvP's kind of dead. This is a really old game, unfortunately, so there's not a lot of people around to do PvP. There's a little bit of Heroes Ascent still going on, and then occasionally on like PvP bonus weekends, you're going to have people that jump into like guilds and things will congregate and jump into some like alliance battles and things like that. So it's potential that can maybe work towards PvP titles, but they're going to be pretty difficult. But regardless, unlocking anything on an Iron Man account is huge. So I'm really wanting to get to that Axe Fiend armor on the ground. But we've got a couple more groups to clear before I can safely just go snag it. So send the pet in again, and he's too deep. Aggro's the boss, and I think it's 5 char. It's too much, but we're able to focus here. Yeah, I'm taking too much damage. We get 2 char down out of the group of 5, and my imp goes down, and that really sucks because this summoning timer is 10 minutes, and I can't fight these things by myself. Yeah, at this point I realize it's futile to try and even fight this group of 3. I can't tank. I can't dish enough damage to knock these guys out by myself. I've got some downtime and I pick up my Axe Fiend armor. So this is really cool. This is the first blue armor piece or unidentified armor piece on the account. So I'm gonna go ahead and identify this. And you can see right there, item unlocked, Rune of Vitae and a Minion Master's Insignia. Both really great unlocks. Minion Masters will be useful for any of my Necromancer's heroes that I'll use in the future. And then the Rune of Vitae is great. That's a pretty standard rune that most accounts are going to put on armor pieces just to increase your base level of health. So if you're new to the game, every armor piece, you got 5 there. You can see you have your headpiece, your chest piece, gloves, leggings, and boots. It's 5 pieces, and each piece gets an insignia and a rune. And you can have 1 insignia and 1 rune per item, or per armor piece, and they drastically impact your ability to do damage or heal or whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever your build path is. Those runes and insignias build into it, so super critical. In the lower levels, you're not going to worry so much about runes and insignias, but at the higher levels, it'll be massively important for hard farms and clears. This is my first boss I kill right here, this level 10, and drops a purple. We get the Earth Staff drop, which is cool. Love seeing unidentifieds on the ground. Purple items and gold items, which we can't get here in Pre-Searing, will be huge for the Wisdom title track. And that's another title that will feed into the God Walking Amongst Mere Mortals, the GWAMM, which is the end game. I keep getting these tooltips. You're repeatedly ordering your character attacked when you can just like auto attack, and I like to, it's telling me it's unnecessary. Try clicking just the foe. I'm like, bro, I know, I played this game for 2,000 hours. But I like to click around and dodge like small auto attacks, reposition. I get some lag here. Apparently we lost the imp. I don't know where the imp's at. on the second or the third boss here. This might be jumping clips a little bit. We got another purple drop over there. Yeah, you can see I cleared 3 of the 4 bosses here, and this is the 4th boss, and I'm like, I think maybe I can take him without the imp. And definitely could not take this guy without the imp. Need that DPS, he heals far too much. He almost kills me there. 272 experience per boss at level 8, which is huge. Massive experience chunks. And we go ahead and we hit level 9 here on one of the back char groups, which is massive. And all these levels from probably like 5 to I would say maybe 13 or so are difficult levels. You're getting to the point where you're trying to be able to efficiently solo these bosses. They're solid experience, and you need to get to level 10 so you can start getting Langmar quests, which will give 1,000 experience per day. Picking up red iris flowers, making sure to get those on the routes, and those will add up. 50 will get me a small equipment pouch, or another 50 will give me a mask with a +1 attribute slot in it, which is hugely important. That means when you put a rune on the +1 mask, it gives you +1 to whatever the rune style is. So like on a ranger, if I put a minor marksmanship on the mask will give me plus another 1, so it'll be +2, which is hugely beneficial. You pull that first group of 3, then you pull this group of 2 to the left, get them killed before that patrol groups comes. You hit that group of 4, clear that out. This is going super well. I'm level 9 at this point. I'm doing a lot of damage. I have to get the boss out here, smoke the boss, get this other boss. This is easy. Patrol group comes back. I smoke the next 4. And at this point, I get another unidentified. I got Ben Wolfson with me. He's still alive. He's kicking through this whole thing. We're just smoking these groups. Level 9, you can see I'm already so much stronger. I come up here to hit another group, and we're slowly whittling away at this like podium of bosses. But you can just tell like the speed on this run. I know the clip is sped up, but so much faster. And I knock that last boss down. And I'm level 9, I'm almost level 10, so I'm going to finish out the whole run here, walk through the back, hit that group, hit this next group here, get an 80 experience per basic char, and I'm about like 90% of the way to level 10. Just clearing out the whole map. I decided on this run that I was going to do the whole entire run. Got 2 groups left here in the back. And we hit level 10. Huge mark on the account. Level 10 is when we can start the Lieutenant Langmar quests. I'm looking really solid, really strong at this point. Can like just drive through these groups to char, no problem. So massive milestone on the account. And I'm right at that 1K mark, so feeling pretty good. I'll catch y'all next time. Thanks for watching.